As a member of the cybersecurity community, you may have heard of the NIST Cybersecurity Framework. But what exactly is it, and how does it apply to your business? Hi, my name's John Hammond. I'm a senior security researcher at Huntress, and in this video series, I want to be breaking down the 5 core functions of the NIST Cybersecurity Framework and show you what critical layers and capabilities you need to take on today's cyber threats head on. As a quick refresher, the NIST Cybersecurity Framework, or NIST CSF, is a set of best practices, recommendations, and standards that help an organization improve its cybersecurity posture. Today, the NIST CSF is widely considered to be the gold standard for building a cybersecurity program. It keeps security simple by categorizing all cybersecurity capabilities and processes into 5 core functions: identify, protect, detect, respond, and recover. So let's hone in on that first one, identify. The identify function is all about knowing what assets and inventory are in your environment that you need to manage and protect. This is super important to start with because today's attack surface has widened, and there are endpoints roaming outside of the castle walls. So managing your risk starts with inventorying everything in your organization that needs protecting. This means taking into account systems and tools and data and people and what sort of risks are associated with each of them. So, how do you get started with this identify function, and what does that really look like? Well, if you ask me, I think that really boils down to having a benchmark and baseline. It means having an application and asset inventory, like an archive list of servers and workstations and application tools, programs that you use, software, people, employees, knowing what is in your business environment. Ultimately, that means a lot of writing stuff down. That means documenting things, documentation. And while it's all fine and good to have a digital copy, there will also probably come a time where you need a physical paper copy, like a pamphlet or a booklet you can pull out of the file cabinet when it comes to crunch time. Having this all done beforehand, identifying your assets and inventory is an absolute must. And I realize that might take a long time. That sounds like a manual process, but it is necessary due diligence that is just the starting point, just the foundation for the NIST Cybersecurity Framework. But it's also important to remember that the NIST Cybersecurity Framework, the cybersecurity landscape, it's always changing. It's always evolving. This isn't something you can just check the box once and then forget about it. Threats are changing, people are changing, the very tools that you use are changing. So this is something that you have to constantly be evaluating and identifying the risks to your business and then putting safeguards in place. Stay tuned for the next video in our series where we'll discuss the second NIST Cybersecurity Framework function, Protect, and how it can help you start to build your security moat and batten down the hatches.